Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Couch Creators. I'm your host, Caleb Jesse Hendricks. Says, new guest, new day, new opportunities to explore
Yeah,
this
yeah,
specialty right
yeah,
now. Next
yeah.
to me out here, we have Nomalanga Langa 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 Langa
Oh
Langa.
my gosh. People from my high school would
Yeah.
love you because they would always say that to my surname.
You probably
They
got
would
bullied a
go.
lot, eh?
I did.
Shame.
I used to hate my name
Why?
because it's like now you can make fun of me because of the langa langa thing. Like it got
Yeah.
annoying at a point.
I
Like
only see the name of a township, Langa, here in Cape Town. I don't know if you have a Langa there in where you're from in Josie, right?
no, there's no city named Langa.
Wow, you brute. You are the Josie Langa. We got Noma Langa 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 out here. Let's go. Noma, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you taking the time out here. She flew all the way from Joburg to see me. That's
Yeah,
right.
just you, Caleb.
Just me. I'm
you.
that special. Yeah. You heard me. No, I'm joking. She came here for a Red Bull event,
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that?
I'm so excited. I mean,
Yeah.
there's even Red Bull on the table.
Yeah, we got you,
understand? Come on.
Red Bull, Hennessy out here. Always a good combination out here. Shout out
It
to Red Bull,
is.
shout out to Hennessy out here. Yo, let me get my breath, Let me calm down, just because you're
Because
all
you're busy
that.
rapping my name. That's why
Yeah,
you're out of breath.
tell us about the name. This start with it. Just tell us about the name for people who's like curious about the Nomalanga Langa Langa.
Like-
Look, I apologize for making, but it's kind of funny though, in a good way. It stands out. Talk to us.
It is nice that like now I can make it a brand.
Yeah.
Not a brand, but it's I guess weird, so it's easier to remember.
Yeah.
But what I know is that I'm my parents' second child. Their second daughter. They wanted
Eldest?
me. Yeah, I have an older
Oh,
sister.
okay. You're the
Yeah.
young one. You get spoiled from your sister and from your parents. Yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
But I'm the middle child because they do have a son.
Oh.
But they made sure they had a son because my dad really wanted me to be a boy.
Oh.
And then when I wasn't a boy, he was like, the surname needs to stay.
Yeah.
Like some way, somehow, our surname still needs to be in my name. So they just
Hence
said
the Langa. Oh, okay, smart. You smart. You're making sure that we got the legacy carry on. Smart. So Langa, you're Norma Langa. I've been checking out your socials. You've been doing incredible work.
Thank you.
Live Vibe. TV.
Live vibe, yeah.
Yo,
I'm trying to start that up, yeah.
Yeah, and you're also a law attorney.
Yes,
Yeah, you're doing a
yes.
lot of things. Tell us, like, how do you find the balance between the two, bro? Like, it's like
It
hectic.
is very difficult. Like, because Monday to Friday, we're in the office. We're
Yeah.
work mode, 9 to 5, candidate attorney. And then on the weekend, since it's Saturday,
Okay.
we're in Cape Town
Damn.
doing media things. So, I would always tell myself that, okay, if I'm going out, let me go out to also try and do work. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not always out to just catch a vibe, because then there's no rest inside. So what helps me is I tell myself if I'm going out, I'm gonna try make content, try do interviews, try do something so that I don't feel bad that I didn't rather use that time to rest.
Yeah.
Because it is very stressful. I mean, being at candidate attorney level, you're still a trainee, like I just finished studying last year. I'm not an admitted attorney. So you're basically like the law firm's little baby. Like you need to do whatever they say you must do. Like even on the weekend now, I left work. I have so many things to submit and it never ends. So yeah, that just, it helps me to tell myself that if I'm out, I'm working.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So you're trying to mix your law tendencies or your law skill sets in the interviewing and engaging with people
Yeah.
in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Going back, like it's a profession, that's very strict and rigid.
True.
When you were dealing with clients and you're like, you look familiar, like how do I know like you seriously into protecting whatever business that I have in terms of like backing me up in the courtrooms or
I
like,
hear you.
because you're a completely different person,
True.
when you're doing your interviews and then you're all like, Pinsket,
Serious.
platforms or whatever.
Yeah, corporate
Yeah, so like how do you explain them to them like to feel secure that okay, and just
I can
because
actually.
do the job, no, don't judge me from the stuff that I do on
Yeah.
the side, like
I mean, it is, luckily, no one has necessarily recognized me, in
not yet,
my-
you're doing the things that you're interviewing Maparosa,
like Zingibalo, like those
you're
people.
doing you're getting yourself, you're moving up, like ish. Yeah, continue. So
you.
yeah.
So yeah, luckily no one has recognized me and said, but Mama, you're a media presenter. What do you mean you want to represent me? So I haven't dealt with that issue. And also at the level that I am at, I'm not necessarily required yet to get my own clients and like get people on board. But my main goal of like why I'm doing media and law as a candidate attorney is I want to open my own media law firm one day. So it's gonna help me in the sense of, cool, I'm already trying to be in the media space. Then the relationships that I have made, I'm like, you need someone to read your record
Yeah.
label contract.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need someone
Okay,
to
okay.
like post your press releases and stuff. So I hope that, I guess, I will have clients' trust because they know that I am in the media space in that capacity, and hopefully they'll just trust that like I'm qualified, like I'm
Yeah.
smart. I
So
can
your clients will be focused on the entertainers only.
Yes,
Okay, that's smart. So you're gonna be
that's
an
the
entertainer
plan.
lawyer, only
Yes.
representing the entertainers, the elite, the top notch, and then you use that as an excuse to do like interviews and be like presenting it. Okay, killing two birds with one stone. Smart move out here.
Yeah, that's like the end goal. That
Okay,
is the end
okay,
goal.
out here, you're gonna be different to all the other lawyers out there. Instead of just wearing all formal attire, you're gonna be like representing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the field, we're
Okay.
in the streets.
Wearing
Yeah.
sneakers in the courtroom
Come
out here,
on, Your Honor.
wearing some booty shorts out here. You don't judge me whether I look. I'm gonna be judging myself based on how I can present the clients out here. I love that. I can't wait for that to happen.
Jokes, Caleb.
I'll
Jokes.
try. My jokes are dry today, but I mean, thank you so much for Nomalanga Langa 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 Langa. Going back to the live vibe TV. How did that start about? What was the inspiration behind it?
So I wanted to kind of, I noticed that in the, I guess, entertainment space, the times where you see your favorite artists or creatives is like, I don't know, when they're on stage and then they're running to their Vianos, or
Yeah.
they're on stage, or they like posting on social media. There's no one that's really having a conversation with them, so I kind of just wanted to kind of make them people and not just the product, and bridge that gap by saying, okay, let's speak to these people and not just love them from a distance, love them from the point of just enjoying their work and enjoying their art. So yeah, when I noticed that there was that gap, especially since shows like, I don't know, Celebs or Live Amp and stuff, they're not really as prevalent as they used to be in the past. So I
Yeah.
was like, let's bring that back.
Yeah.
Especially since, there's a lot more artists.
Yeah. Sorry.
Is it
Yeah.
okay?
Yes.
Especially since there's a lot more artists in the country now, like with the Wake Up Piano, it's also putting more pressure, you can say, on the hip hop scene to also, create, and everyone's just operating at the highest level. So now it's like there's so many people of interest to be speaking to. There is the market of people that us as fans wish we could engage with them on a more personal level, not by just following them on social media or going to their concerts and whatever.
Okay.
So then when I saw that there was that gap, I was like, okay, fine. Let me then do public interviews, because public interviews, especially on YouTube, has always been a thing. You see videos of like people interviewing other people on campus or at spa, whatever. So I was like, then let's speak to people of interest. So I kind of used that train that was already going, and I said, let's do public interviews at events, speaking to the lineup, artists, and I do feel like I'm in a very good place now because I'm not doing it independently anymore. Live Vibe is my show. I definitely need to push it a lot better. But it's helped me to collaborate, with Creative Corner, for example. And I've also noticed that just like collaborating with like podcasts, guys, let's just all hold hands and just go to the top. Like, we don't have
Work
to
together to succeed. Work our way up.
Yes,
Fair.
work together.
Yeah.
Because especially since my time constraints of like studying law and being a candidate attorney, I don't have the time to build something on my own from the ground up.
Yeah.
So now I was like, let me just collaborate as much as I can and hold as many hands and just do it all
I
together.
love that.
So,
A lot of people think it's like it's easy, but it's not that easy, hey? Like it must be daunting just to put yourself out there. So, Creative Corner, collaborating with them as well.
Yeah.
Putting yourself out there to collaborate with them, it must be very daunting to meet these people. You see them on TV, you see them doing incredible things. What is the secret? How did you approach them? Did you like DM them? Did you you just saw them and you like approach them like, listen, I do so and so. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not like a glamorous, well-recognized
Yeah.
presenter as of yet, but I want an opportunity. you know.
So
Oh,
I
not as
DM'd
of you're not
them.
like you are there. Let me not.
No, I'm not.
I mean, I like you like you like
We're trying to
excuse
go
me.
higher. We're
Okay,
literally trying to go higher.
I don't want to
know.
offend you because I was like, excuse
No.
me. It's like, who do you think I'm there already. I don't need to. Okay, yeah,
No, not at all. Like
Okay.
there's still so much that I need to do.
yeah,
But I DM Creative Corner like in 2022.
yeah.
They mised me. They mised
I
me.
mean, I feel your pain. That nice me as well. If it's number, Kai's number. This guy, he's like,
Zero.
put me on red. I'm like, cool.
Literally. And then I was like, okay, fine. That's when I knew that I just had to start on my own.
Yeah.
Then that's when Live Vibe came about, where I was like, okay, I can't collaborate with people without showing them what I can do, what I've been trying to do, what I have done. So then cool, I was pushing on my own, and then I bumped into the Creative Corner guys at Freshers, the University of Pretoria Freshers.
Okay.
I was doing interviews there. They were doing interviews, but I saw that they just passed the mic to whoever they were interviewing, but there was no presenter actually having the
So
conversation.
you just stumbled upon it. Eh? They just
Yeah.
passed the mic on you and you did an incredible job first take.
No, that's not
Okay.
how it happened. Like when I saw them at Freshers, let's say you are the person that
Yeah.
Creative Corner wants to interview.
Yeah.
And they just gave you the mic and then
Oh.
took a video. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, you guys are missing someone. You're missing me.
Yeah.
Can I join? Then they said no. This was in 2023.
Okay. 2 years
After
ago.
I DM'd them
Okay.
prior.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 2024. Sorry.
Damn, that was like last year. You've been operating so quickly and you're really moving levels out here. We've been operating for 5 years and we're still not there yet. Like, what's the secret? What is the secret? Should I also have a pretty face as well?
Maybe
Must
it's,
I
maybe
go?
it's pretty privileged. Who
Oh
knows?
snap!
So-
I need to transition then. You know.
That's so funny. But yeah, I think especially when I'm asked like, how did you do it? Yes, I can tell you my story, but obviously your story is probably going to be different. So what I kind of learned is do it on your own so that when you DM everyone. When you DM everyone, you can send them links of what you have done or what you've been trying to do so that at least they have context of what you're talking about, because the DMs that never get responses are ones that are just like, hi, I'm an artist or I'm a what, you know? So try on your own, use whatever you've achieved as examples, drop names of people that you've worked with, drop links of, you know, what you've done on your own. And then if you so happen to, I don't know, be in spaces where you are bumping into these people, then say, hi, I've DM'd you years ago. Again,
Yeah, they see
this
like,
is
oh,
what
you
I
done
wanna-
what you could done
Exactly.
based on the limited resources that you had,
Yeah.
and they can see, okay, you got the
You're sick,
capabilities. You
yeah.
are serious as well.
Yeah.
You didn't need their backing whatsoever.
Yeah.
Could have done it without any success. We did it. Hence why they came and took you and allowed you to do the presenting and stuff.
Yeah, because if definitely if I hadn't been trying to do interviews on my own, because shame, I never had numbers, but I did have good interviews to my name. Like I interviewed Uncle Waffles before I joined Creative Corner, you know.
Woo.
So
Like how? Like flex on it. Tell the people out here you interviewed Uncle Waffles. I mean, I had the opportunity, but
it didn't.
you know, it is what it is. You
I
know.
think of that day, she was feeling very generous because she was like walking amongst the crowd. Like
Okay.
it wasn't like a backstage thing. So yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So
Maybe I can rub on against you so I can get all that blessings.
Get the luck.
Get the luck as well. Come, give it to me. Give it to me. You know, give it to me. Yeah.
yeah, so it's very much with everyone that you're DMing, it's important to include references of what you're saying you can do so that it's just more believable. It's not a beautiful email or a beautiful essay of how passionate you are about what you do. Like, yes, that's nice, yes, that's cute, but they want to see it, not hear you speak about
Yeah.
it.
Because what are you offering? What can you bring to the
Yeah,
table?
yeah.
For sure. For
So
sure.
as much as it is, I guess, lonely to know that in the beginning you're going to have to do it alone,
Yeah.
and then use the leverage that you built alone to then start collaborating, emailing everyone, knocking on every door, going to events. And also, I guess now I'm speaking mainly to people who want to become a presenter. Be very selective with the events that you choose to go to, because there's no point that you go to some big festival that has 50,000 different tags with different access levels and you won't be able to access anyone because maybe you don't have connections. So go to places like, I don't know, for example, a club where you know that DJ Mang Mang is going to walk right past you to go to the bathroom, and then you can quickly tap them, ask them for an interview, you know. So think about also the access that you'll have at the places that you go to. you can also, I remember I would DM event organizers. Like
Beforehand.
let's say, yes,
Yeah.
DM them beforehand and ask them for a media pass. Again, showing them links of what I am trying to do.
Of course.
And then the nice ones will answer.
And
Obviously.
people might use some of them,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But
So-
quick, on that note, you like mentioning tap on the shoulder. Has anyone ever rejected you? Be like, no, I don't want to do interviews.
Yeah.
Tell us the most infamous one, you know.
Who said, oh, Durban Koko,
Mm.
but I can forgive her because this was the second time I wanted to interview her. And the first time when I interviewed her, I asked her if she's related to Cyril Ramaphosa.
Ooh.
And she was not having me for that. So then the second time,
That was one of your questions that you asked.
yes, yeah.
Okay, you want to be controversial out here. I mean, like you want to cause people to react negatively just for views. I mean, we want to do things like that.
It's content. So then the second time she was like, unfortunately not. And let's say I would get a no if it's like, no, can we do it after my set or after?
And then they start disappearing. You
and
don't
then they
like.
disappear.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
it's
feel your
always-
pain.
It's always after this or after I do that or whatever, and then they
But
disappear.
how do you muster up the courage to like approach them like, listen, I want to do an interview, you know? And who's your crew? Mention your crew that helps you with
My
this thing.
crew, okay. If I'm running with Creative Corner, then
Yeah.
it's someone on the team.
Oh,
they
that's already a backing already. You don't have to say anything. You just Creative Corner. Like you can just say, hey, I'm with them, and you'll be like, oh yeah, yeah. The follower speaks volumes out here. You know, the name itself, the brand itself can just put you
it is
open
a
doors.
brand. It's
Yeah.
amazing. But when I was rolling alone, then it would be like whichever friend
Yeah.
I invited to come with me to that event, you know. And then we
Okay.
just like take the video. Obviously, I didn't have like, I didn't have money to save up for a camera.
Yeah.
You know. So,
So what do
it would
you
just be,
use it
like,
on the phone? Okay,
Yeah.
we have to start somewhere, you know?
You
Okay.
know? So yeah, whichever friend I was with, and then I would edit everything and
Yeah.
then post it when I posted. I did
Yeah.
really struggle though to consistently post because again,
Of the
just struggling with
studies,
time
yeah.
and studying and
I agree.
everything. So that's why I'm also holding myself accountable to like note that there's still so much that I should be doing
Yeah.
in terms of live vibe. But at least, to be honest, I am kind of more focusing on just being a person,
Yeah.
and then I can start with my little businesses that I want to do.
Oh,
You
and
know
which
I
is
mean?
what is this businesses that you want to do? Come on, give
Okay,
us, give
so
me, give me.
I mentioned the media law firm.
Okay,
that I
okay,
wanna
okay. You want to
start.
do?
For some reason, I want to open a spa, like a
Hey.
let's massage you.
Okay,
you
while
know?
while practicing law, huh? You'll be like, listen, we can go to the spa and we can talk about your case there, you know, a
Literally.
much more relaxing setting,
Yeah.
you know, instead of going into like a courtroom or like in a boardroom to talk about, we go to
We
a
can just
spa
go-
and just like relax it out so you can expose all your
Yeah.
secrets with me
You
in the
know?
most comfortable.
Create a safe space
Yeah,
to be like, so
yeah.
did you really do it?
Smart, yeah, smart. Okay, I see. If you really do it, the way you put your facial expressions, like, damn, girl, whoa, hold up. You know, we need some boundaries out here in terms of like, what if it's a man that's into you, you know, and you gotta watch out there, yeah.
Maybe I won't be massaging him.
That's why you have your colleagues, your
Yeah,
employees
yeah,
doing the
my-
job. You
my
just like let them feel, you know, soft, you know, and then you just like ask them from afar, you know, in
Yeah.
the most comfortable, most secluded space.
Yeah.
Anyway, taking back to the
I actually also want to. I don't really know what I want to call this company, but in this company, I want to coach public speaking because I have coached public speaking to
so
school.
you want to go like high schools and stuff like that, public
Yes,
speaking.
yes. So when I was studying, I was coaching
Okay.
at St. Mary's DSG. So I want to carry that on where it's like an academy where I coach public speaking, coach, I guess, PR, like how to handle yourself. Not that I know much about
Damn,
PR,
girl,
but just
doing a lot of things out here. Sheesh,
one day is one
okay,
day.
boss lady out here. You know, you're not gonna be have time for present. You're gonna have someone else do the present. You're just gonna be running the business out here. Wait, you're not gonna have time to even do law as well. You're gonna have a law firm as well. Sheesh. Okay,
I
let
don't
me,
know how
let
the
me, let
time
me,
will-
you know,
will
let me
work.
like get close up to you, you know, so I can get the benefits out here. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, in the academy, then it's also like, cool, you do a course, and then if you graduate from the course, then I'll pass on some gigs to you. You know, like let's say if I can't do something, then I'll be like, hey, cool, then can you go to Cape Town on the 15th of March? There's a Red Bull event. I can't go. Can you go? You know,
For
so
sure.
now it's like a whole thing where other people also get empowered and get exposure. Because yeah, I don't really want to be selfish with like the things that I've learned,
Sure,
or
you have
picked
to,
up.
yeah, and you want to share that
Um,
knowledge to the people who are less fortunate as well, especially with them.
Yeah,
You know?
and I just think that there's just so many question marks in how to get into it. You know, I do always try to answer people when they ask for advice. It's very weird when shame, like people would say, oh, I don't know if you'll like even respond, but I want advice on this and this and that. And that just proves that in this industry, people are maybe scared to share advice because, oh, you're trying to come for what I do.
Yeah,
there's
you
literally-
just take my territory, you know.
Yeah,
But you the complete opposite. You want to help each other.
help. Yeah, because it was very confusing and
Don't
like
you low-key
lonely.
feel like okay, you're gonna probably like take over me, you know? Don't you feel that sometimes?
No, I really
Do you
think
that
like,
creep in sometimes where you're like,
if someone's good at what they do, they're good, but
Yeah.
that doesn't take away from my goodness.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
like there's, for example, there's so many different singers. Rihanna never said, "Oh my gosh, Beyonce exists, I can't sing." You know,
I don't think
So-
Beyonce helped her out though, because Beyonce came first.
True.
So
Did she though? Did she?
yeah,
Oh, sorry.
she did. Like Rihanna was only coming like in late.
No,
2000
early 2000s.
No.
Replay.
That was 2008.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, am I right? Comment down below if I'm wrong or right.
I just think that Irreplaceable and Pon the Replay came at around the same time.
Okay, but have you ever seen them do a collab? Then if they really want to
No,
lift them,
true. They've never done a collab. They've
you
never
see,
done a collab.
rappers are out here helping each other about collaborating,
True.
but singers are very territorial, especially when it comes to females. I don't know. Am I just speaking out of?
I do
you know?
definitely think, yeah, it is. Again, it's just that thing of that fear of you're gonna become
Yeah.
better than me, so I don't want to put you on. I don't
Yeah.
want to help you figure it out. Struggle as much as I've struggled. I don't want other people
Yeah.
to also struggle because it doesn't have to be that hard. It doesn't have to be that confusing. And
Yeah.
I'm not intimidated by other people stepping into the media presenting space.
Yeah.
Because like there's room for us all. No one speaks like I speak.
For sure,
So
for sure.
there will always be, I guess, room for me to still try
grow
and
and
do
so
what I
and
do.
still like develop as a presenter.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you mentioned like problems as well. Do you ever have suffered any controversial interactions with people in the industries? Obviously,
I
you can't
think-
share names now, but I mean, you know, people will do some crazy stuff to get opportunities. Have you ever come to
True.
encounter that before?
To get opportunities to like what? Like
To
not
work
in
the industry
the
that you
space.
try, yeah.
no.
So all the rumors are like, you know, in terms of like girls being taken advantage and whatnot, or false, or have you ever come across that where you're like new upcoming people like yourself, like
Yeah.
you know, like if you
No.
want the space, you have to do so and so, you know.
Oh wow, no. I haven't personally, I've never been in that situation. I think also because I guess how I interact with people, like even if I interview you, then afterwards we're not gonna have like a little cute chat conversation, like it's business, like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
here to work, you know. So luckily I've never been asked.
So nobody
to-
ever like after the interview like say, hey, what you doing tonight? You know, I enjoyed the
Yeah,
encounter.
that has happened.
You
but,
see,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like you didn't. I feel like, you know, like
okay, that's happened, but like I always say no because
Yeah.
like we're not here for that.
yeah, because people, some
Yeah.
guys will just use that as an excuse to like get to know you.
I hear you.
You
I
see?
hear you. On some, I can put you on.
Yeah, you see, like acting like it's all positive and rosy out here. Like,
I
hey, come
hear
on, let's be
you.
real out here, you know?
Nah, I haven't. Like
Yeah.
obviously I've had offers to like go to second location
Yeah.
or
So there's no what you call that PDD party,
like
you know?
R. Kelly vibe.
Yeah, yeah, a PTD party out here.
Nah.
Cool. I don't know how they operate in Joburg, but luckily there's nothing like that. Okay, so going back to the interview course section,
Yeah.
what's the memorable interview you ever done and with who?
The most memorable interview I've ever done.
So many that you couldn't even come up.
No. I think the most memorable that I've done had to be with
Damn, girl, that's so many interviews you don't even know. You don't want to give favorites because you have like friends that you don't want to,
Nah,
like, you know,
not
you don't want to give have favoritism out here. You're like, nah, what if I
Not
say so?
even.
And then it's like, hey, girl,
What do you why didn't
what
you
about
say
me? You know, I feel, you know, let's pause that question. I don't want to like, you know, ruin your
bridges.
connections out here, you know. Actually, I have some questions out here, you know, that I've got developed out here. People want like me to ask you. You want me to go through them? If you don't mind.
Let's do it.
Some cool questions out here.
You've been asking cool questions.
If you could only ask one question in every interview for the rest of your career, what would that question be?
I think I'd ask
Damn, I'm putting you on the spot, no? Some thought
one
book.
question. I think I'd ask something along the lines of, is what you're doing sustainable? Like, is this your forever thing? You know, because yeah, like you always hear people say things like, oh my gosh, it's lonely at the top, or like, oh my gosh, like, oh, being known isn't that nice, and what. So I think that question will open up so many other conversations. So that will be like my punching, like,
Ooh, I love that.
is this sustainable? Like,
You're gonna make them think, be like,
can you do this for the rest of your life?
Okay, so can you share a time when you had to completely improvise during an interview that wasn't going as planned?
Oh yes, this one was traumatic.
Damn.
Porisa was like, you always ask negative questions.
Really?
Change your question. He asked me to change my questions right then and there. I was like, okay. Then we just started talking about his clothes or something.
Okay.
But yeah,
How did you even connected with him? Did you just like, reach out to him like, yo, I want to interview, and he's like, sure.
What happened there? He was at an event, Spring Break by Hype Nation. Shout out Hype Nation.
Okay.
He was there, and then I was like, yo, you're on the lineup. Can we please interview you? We've been interviewing other people.
You both the
lineup.
Courage, Noma, to like just like, yo.
You know what's so funny?
Like, what is the secret? Like, I want to know.
Like, if I'm just going out and I'm just going out to catch a vibe and have fun, then that's when I feel the normal social anxiety.
Are you like taking something, or are you doing some rituals out here just to get you in the zone?
I'm praying. I'm a child of God. That is my confidence. When God is for you, who can be against you?
What's your favorite verse? I know
My
we're going
favorite
off topic culture.
Oh man.
I haven't been given a spirit of fear, but the power of love and a sound mind. You should always go with that, because you're going through a territory of the valley of
true uncharted territories.
Yeah.
I think the my favorite verses is when you have on the armor of God, the armor of God one, and then also I know the plans I have for you, because it's just like my favorite line is my steps are ordered by the Lord. It's actually from a song, Wait on You by Maverick City Music.
Oh, you said it for Maverick. Didn't they have like a controversial thing going on?
They did. But that song had a really good line. They say my steps are ordered by the Lord, and that's like a reminder that like everything I try to do, I consult with Him, and it's from Him, because of Him, through Him.
Yeah.
You know.
Amen.
So
I know we're going
life.
off topic, guys, but you have a sermon going on here, testimony out here, being shared out here.
But I was saying that when I'm going out to just be outside, then that's when I feel the normal social anxiety thing.
Yeah.
But something about knowing that you're going to an event and you're going to work, you have a different hop in your step. Like, you don't feel like you're there as like a normal event goer, there to just have a good time and look pretty. Like, you're there to work. So
you just switch your mind to work mode. Yeah, that's the go-to trick.
Yeah.
Switch your mind to work mode. Not everyone can do that though. Like, just to like shift it like that.
But
like, you're there to vibe, then
but
you're like,
work
I guess you just have a special gift out here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, One more question, because I know we're running out of time because you have things to do as well. Is that... Actually, let me skip that question. Let me do something much more fun.
Your teeth are so straight. Why do you still have braces?
Because of the braces.
No, but like now, surely they should be out of there. Like, I
go ask my dentist. Like, I don't know what to say. You interview me now, no?
Yeah, because I'm like, you just have grills now. You're saying,
it's for the vibes out here, I can't afford gold teeth, so I have to like have silver braces out here. Okay, so what's one surprising thing you learned about yourself through interviewing others?
One surprising thing I've learned about myself, I realized that I actually don't like the vulnerability of actually being asked questions. I don't like being asked questions.
What you mean? You're doing quite a good job now.
I know. Oh, sorry. Not that I know, but like,
I
thought you were
know.
saying,
Like,
you were saying, what do you mean? You're literally at a podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going there. Thank you. But it's very vulnerable to like be the person answering. Because what I realized as the interviewer, it's not about you. Like, it's about whoever you're speaking to. You're actually just kind of a glorified microphone,
Oh, glorified microphone.
Yeah, because like the microphone.
So you're the mic.
I'm basically the mic.
And then
I'm
someone
holding
is
the mic, and I'm basically holding the mic for you. So I'm the mic.
Okay.
I'm an extension of the mic.
So a lot of people are spitting on you.
Luckily not. Ew,
No.
I think I'd actually freak
You're
out.
like a kinky out here. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I realized that like it's really not about me, and then it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like, there's interviews where someone's like, I want to ask you a question. Then I'm like, oh my gosh, I was not prepared for that. So yeah, I realized It's just
what's the one question they ask you? Oh, you're single.
Yeah,
I knew
it's
it.
always that vibe. It really is always that vibe. Like, when are we going on our date? Are you single? Like, no. We're not doing that. Strictly professional.
Wait, so you will never date someone in the industry?
I didn't say that. I would.
Yeah.
If I like you, now I like you. What must I do? I don't care if you're in the industry. I like you.
So
you know?
if you're in the same like position, because the industry can be quite busy and stuff like that, and and can put yourself in situations where, there's temptation out here. Would you feel insecure about that? Your man's being,
No,
Okay.
because my man must love me, isn't it? Like, he loves me, so he also is a self-respecting man with self-control.
Love that for you.
So
Love that you think that men in the industry are faithful.
I just definitely think that, like, as for me and my man.
Yeah. Have you seen anyone being faithful in the industry before, or do you just hear like?
Have I seen anyone?
Yeah. That answers your question already.
I think I have.
That answers your
Murder
question.
Bongs and DJ Zinhle are a beautiful example.
Okay, fair enough.
They're
You got me there.
beautiful.
You got me
So,
there. Okay.
I'm gonna be that 2.0 if my man is in the industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't mind what you do. Just do it well.
And give you privileges, girlfriend, boyfriend privileges, like allowance.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because I mean, I am trying very hard to be a successful woman. So
who do you need a man? Huh? You can look after us then. Look after your man.
No,
huh? Should be the other way
I
around.
also want my man to be a successful man because I'm trying to be a successful woman.
But-
it's going to be very awkward if I'm more ambitious than you because then now it's going to be
You
like
bolder
I
man
can't.
then.
I'm not bolder.
In
I'm
that-
not. No, I'm not involved. I'm not your mom. Also, so yeah, he must just be good at whatever he does because I'm trying to be good at what I do.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, very
I
exciting.
love how you're getting more comfortable now as the interview is going on. You're getting all relaxed out here.
No,
But
you
we have
say
to end
like
the
this.
show now. But you're all relaxed out here. You're getting like it's almost like a couch session here with Nomalanga out here in
Come
Caleb.
on, Couch Creatives.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Uh,
Norma, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you
you,
bringing the
Caleb.
positive vibes, bringing some good energy. I had a good time with you. Yes, the
Me
interview was
too.
cut short, but this is just the beginning, guys. There's going to be more of her, coming to Cape Town. Hopefully this will just make you come back more,
Be the
you know.
intro.
Be the
Let me
intro.
know when you're in Joburg.
Yo, I've been hit. You know what? We talk off the camera. I've been hitting this one up. She put me on red. She's the celebrity now, putting me on
No,
red
I
now.
did not.
She's
I
like
did
too
not.
cool for me now.
I did not. Literally not, Caleb.
She only
please.
messaged me back when she's like, "Oh, I'm coming to Cape Town. Hit me up. I'll expose you,
Stop!
Norma. I'll expose you."
Stop. I swear when you were in Joburg, we were speaking, and then you said it's not going to work.
Yeah. No, I'm only joking, guys.
Okay.
I'm
shout
only
out.
joking. I'm
Thanks.
only joking.
See,
Wink,
these jokes
wink,
are tarnishing my character.
Wink, wink.
Stop.
Joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. She's gonna be like, please remove that part of.
Catch me, catch me. Catch me, catch me.